Lynn from North Reading Parks and Recreation.
And I'm Nancy.
And we're here this week doing a portion of the self-care week for the North Reading's Mental Wellness Action Team. And today we're going to bring you a few things you can do with just a few items that you have in your house or you can buy at the dollar store. And we call it Good Clean Fun. Nancy, you want to tell them what they need to get this project done?
Sure. For our projects today, we're going to need a 4-pack of Ivory soap. It's important that it be Ivory soap, and we'll explain to you why once we get going. A grown-up is always important. A small prize. Something from the Dollar Tree, maybe a gem, a little surprise. You're going to need a cheese grater. You might want to grab an extra one from the Dollar Tree because once you use it with our Ivory soap, we're not going to want to use it for food. We need some food coloring, a microwave, Ziploc baggies, a spray bottle, a cup, medium-sized cup, solo size is good, and a
Our
whisk.
first bar of Ivory soap, you've got to make sure it's Ivory soap because other soaps will do something different to your microwave and you don't want that to happen. So we're going to drop a bar of Ivory soap in here. You can use a half a bar if you don't have enough to do all these experiments, but a full bar is a fun way to do it. We're going to pop it in a bowl or a dish in our microwave safe dish, and we're going to set it for 2 minutes. Just about done now. We just have another 20 seconds left on the clock here, and we're going to watch it in the window here if you can, and you're going to see the soap exploding in there, and it's going to get bigger and bigger like a big white cloud. And when the timer goes off, you might want to watch your microwave because they all run a little differently, so keep an eye on what's happening in there. But we found 2 minutes works well on most microwaves. Okay, we're ready to see what happened to our soap. How's that for a bar of soap, folks? This is really fun. It's a little warm to the touch, so you want it to cool a couple minutes before you let the kids dig into it. But we're going to bring this over to our table right now for us to dig through it and see how much fun the kids can have with it.
We don't like to let anything go to waste, so we're going to turn our exploding soap into some bathtub.
We're going to start by letting the kids have the fun with this. They're going to break it all up into little pieces and just make it, it's really fun. This is where the kids get to get their hands in there. It's good, clean fun. There's no mess here except for the powdery pieces of soap, and it's all good. Kids can just play with this. Be careful, this little piece didn't melt all the way, so that's a little hot and still a little solid. You just want to put that aside. And just take whatever, the crumbled up soap powder, and we're going to put it into any cup, a bowl, a cup, whatever works for you. And little by little, we're going to add a little warm water to this. It's got to be warm, and you start slow, and you can always add more. And we're going to take, we decided that the whisk didn't work so well, so we decided to use a fork. We thought it was a little easier. My assistant Nancy's going to continue to add some warm water for me. Nancy, please. Until we get the consistency. They say yogurt, but we decided it looks a little more like cottage cheese by the time we finish up. But you want it thin enough so it'll paint, but thick enough so that it doesn't run out of your plastic baggie, because we're using that as a writing tool, kind of like a piping tool. So there you go. It's very consistent to cottage cheese. And we're going to add some food color to it once we put it in the Ziploc. We have our soap watered down a little with the warm water in the bag, ready to go. Nancy's going to add just a couple tiny drips of food color. You don't want to put too much in. You got to make sure that bag gets zipped shut, maybe get a little of the air out. And then you let the kids have the fun. This is where they have a great time. Give each kid a bag with a different color. Let them squish it around until they get a good color going. This is where you're going to send the kids up to the bathtub with all their little tubes of paint. We've made a few colors here to get started, and let them go to town with it. Let them draw all over your shower walls, and they're just going to use this like a writing tool. They can make the ocean, or a sun, whatever they desire, whatever colors they put together. We can make hearts. And there you go. How much fun are the kids going to have with this? When they're done, just let them go to town with it. Let them get their hands in it. Let them rub it all over the shower walls. And then just turn on the shower and rinse it right away. It's clean. It'll clean right up. It doesn't stain the walls, and it's good, clean fun. Project in our good, clean fun episode here, and we're going to use yet another bar of Ivory soap. Nancy has the bar of Ivory soap and the cheese grater that we bought just to use for science and crafts and things like that. And she's going to grate that. She's wearing a safety glove too. so that little kids don't cut their fingers on there. If you don't have one, adults, you do the end of it when it gets down to the end because you don't want little kids hurting themselves. Also, this looks just like mozzarella cheese, so make sure no one tries to eat it because it does look good enough to eat. As you can see here, it looks just like shredded cheese. So it doesn't matter if you use the big part of the grater or the small part, but you want to grate down the whole bar of soap. 1 bar of soap should make 2 snowballs. And just a reminder, you're going to find some small prizes that can fit in the middle of your snowball. And we're going to do, Nancy and I will each pick one prize that maybe a girl might like and one a boy might like. We have a little teddy bear and we have a little dinosaur. And we're going to try one in each snowball. You could just use a measuring cup again with a little warm water, or you could use a spray bottle. That works pretty well to add just a little bit of mist in there. And Nancy's going to start forming a snowball with that. And if it's too dry, we're going to just mist a little more water on there. Is it working, Nancy? Do you need a little more water?
Maybe another squirt.
Okay.
Thank you.
And once she gets the ball rolled and gets a good one started, we're gonna actually break it in half and put the prize in the middle and then work our way around it again. So Nancy's formed a small ball now. She broke it in half. We're gonna put the teddy bear inside and squish it around again. And we're gonna spray a little more water in here so that there's some wet snow for her to work with. She's gonna add a little more snow and add it to the ball. We do think that if you want to make a good size ball, you probably need a whole bar of soap for each one. It could be a little one like this, and you could be all done, and you get 2 out of it. But if Nancy wants to keep on working and make it a little bigger, we thought that maybe you could make a bunch of them, put different prizes in them, and at the end, we're going to wrap them up. And I'm going to show you right here. We let them dry out a little bit. We put them in just a piece of cellophane. We wrap them up. You can give these as gifts. You can put them out at the tub, and each time the kids take a bath, they use another one, and when it dissolves in their tub while they're washing up, they'll never know which prize they get. So this is another fun way to have some good, clean fun with just a bar of Ivory soap. Thanks for watching us today, and have a good, safe self-help care week. Thank you.